I'm Richard Arfsten, the sculptor. This piece is called Kiowa Monolith. I did some commissions for a man who made cement rocks in theme parks. And one of the things that he was doing was he was building a display for monkeys at the Milwaukee County Zoo. They were making a replica of a ancient ruins of a temple, a Mayan temple, okay? And they didn't have a problem making the temple, but what they wanted was some steles. A stele is, think of a gravestone with a story on it, okay? So lots of cultures have steles. They want to leave something behind, and they talk about their gods. It's like a gravestone for us. You know, if you go to the East Coast and go through graveyards, they're not like the cemeteries in the Midwest. I'm talking 1600, 1700, okay? And they'll have a little story about the guy. Oh, this guy was a sea captain and blah, 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 and yada, yada. He had 7 kids, and he was a real bugger and whatever. So these steles talk about the gods, and they talk in hieroglyphs. They're hard to interpret, you know. I mean, people spend their whole lifetimes trying to figure these things out. And all the cultures had them. The Egyptians had them, the Mayans had them, the American Indians have them, you know. So I got fascinated with that. So I'm making these things, and I make hundreds of these, okay? The trick is, how do I tell one from another? So I have to look at clues, okay? And this, to me, looks like an Indian dancing by the fire trying to tell a story. An old man, all right? And I got to call it something, so I I started taking names from Indian tribes, you know. And so this one is a Kiowa Monolith. I got tired of saying Kiowa steles and Kiowa gravestones, blah, blah, blah. So I go to the thesaurus and I look up stele, and then one of the things says a monolith. So that's how I come up with my names. So I am from Wisconsin, and when I go out west, I'm always fascinated by the buttes out there, you know. And because I'm a sculptor, I fantasize about making pieces of sculpture to set on the buttes. And I can see this one enlarged and on a butte, so that as you're driving down the highway, you can see this thing. Besides using this sculpture for landmark status, it can also be used for desktop art or just for your pleasure in your house. These pictures that I put up here with my sculptures in these settings are all about farming. I believe that ideas don't just happen. You know, there's got to be a seed someplace. You know, it's got to be allowed to grow. So that's what I'm doing. I'm planting seeds here. So if you have an interest in sculpture, any of my sculpture, and you have a place where you think you might want to put it, and you wonder what it would look like, I would be very happy to superimpose my sculptures onto your site. Of course, it's, you know, it's all Photoshop, you know. So give me a little email if you're interested in the possibility of a piece of sculpture, and I'll be happy to see if I can show you what it might look like on your property. For the last 30 years, I have made many pieces of sculpture and lots of flat art. And if you're interested in seeing any of that, if you go to this Saatchi site up above, there's a lot of it. I appreciate you taking the time to look at my work. Have a good day and have a better tomorrow.